another episode of Randomly Insightful, where I, Random Jamal, and him, Insightful Alex, will give you the most important thing, the most important commodity on the internet: our opinion and our reaction. That's two things. Yeah. I'm opinion, he's reaction. Today, we are reacting to Beasts of No Nation Finals trailer. It is a Netflix original. I don't know if it's a series or a movie. I believe it is a movie.
Okay.
But basically, it stars Idris Elba, and from what I read about it, it's him playing an African warlord who, recruits, children soldiers, which is an intense subject to begin with. It's one of those subjects that you don't see covered a whole lot because there's a level of discomfort with it.
Yes.
It's just nobody wants to see children portrayed or being portrayed as either doing something terrible or having something terrible done to them. You rarely see that in film.
Yes. And I find it very interesting that they got Jessica Alba to play the lead in this.
Yeah, sure. Jessica Alba's in there somewhere. She plays like the Nelson Mandela.
There you go.
She plays Nelson Mandela in this. Jessica Alba. All right, so let's you know what? Without any further ado, let's take a look at this trailer.
Alright, it is a film.
What is it that has brought this big family of strangers together? Was it war? It has awakened the giant. It has put the weapons of this war back in the hands of you, the young, and therefore the powerful. All of you that have never been listened to before and have seen your family killed, you now have something that stands for you. Victory! 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 Victory!
I saw terrible things, and I did terrible things.
Damn.
If I'm telling this to you, you'll think that I'm some sort of beast or devil. I am all of this thing. But I also have a mother, father, and a sister. They love me.
The world is becoming aware of this war now. No one will escape judgment when it is over.
Oh, nice.
He looks amazing in this.
I'm thinking about my
The
future.
kid?
Both of them.
Well, kid actors are usually crap, but yeah, this kid's got some screen presence.
I just want to be happy in this life.
Idris Elba looks amazing in this.
And he looks amazing in everything.
He like lately he's been on a different sort of level here. Like I remember seeing the trailer for Mandela, just thinking, damn, that's on point. And then this looks absolutely amazing.
The only movie I've ever seen him in where I was like, A, it's a waste of him, of his talent, and B, he really didn't do so good in, but probably because of the movie and the subject matter, was the second Ghost Rider film.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that I've ever saw him in that I was like, eh.
I'm sure he is a nice shiny new BMW or something caught his eye. He said, yeah, okay, fine. 6 weeks of Nicolas Cage. I'll do that.
He dies off pretty quick, so not even 6 weeks. It's probably like 2 or 3.
There you go. It's just that looks really, really good.
It looks intense. It's going to be a very intense thing.
It's going to be one of those difficult watches too.
It is, but they're making him the hero, so he's obviously like a freedom fighter, and they're doing this in the guise of it looks like they're doing this in the guise of him being right. So since he's right and he's recruiting young kids, he's putting them on the path of righteousness.
Well, that's the thing. No matter what, even if he has the right cause, even if he has that sort of thing, it looks by virtue of recruiting children to fight his war, he is doing the wrong thing, and therefore sort of kind of like the villain here. But it looks to me like you got the sense that he was right from this trailer. I got the sense that he was just a cult of personality, that he had decided he had a cause, and that he was drawing children to him.
Well, ultimately, that is probably what the story is, but the trailer makes it look like he's just in what he's doing. And it's going to come down to a story of whether do the means justify, or do the cause justify the means. You know, so it's like, is him recruiting kids, you know, going to justify them getting freedom, or is he just basically making, you know, psychopaths?
That's the thing. I got. Do you get Charles Manson out of this, which is this sort of ability, this sort of charm and charisma, which he displays so well in that scene where he's sitting there addressing his troops. That you know, he has the sort of charm and charisma to actually get people to believe in what he thinks, and you know, actually make them think that it's the right thing.
Well, they touched on this a little bit in Lost, if you ever saw that. One of the characters, he comes in like the second or third season, is a guy who was the kid character in this movie all grown up, tried to get out of it, tried to be a good person, ended up like killing and then taking the persona of a priest, and then just being a priest from that part out.
Mr. Echo.
Yes, and then he ends up getting drawn back into that's the only thing he knows. So when the shit really hits the fan, that's what he draws inspiration from. So he goes out with his stick, even though it has religious sayings on it, he still uses it to kick some major ass. So it's
I saw the name pop up for a second there. I can't remember the last name, Fukuwaka or something like that. Carry something. He was the director for the entire first season of True Detective.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is an amazing show in itself, and it looks like this guy might be an important voice. I think moving forward, I think this guy might be someone that makes quite a bit of noise.
We'll see what he does after this, because you know, when you're a director and you're not known yet and you get your big shot, you usually have like 2 or 3 things that you can draw from. Here's my idea. Okay, you know, you give 3 ideas, usually at a pitch meeting, and 2 of them are supposed to be really bad and one's supposed to be really good, and that's the one that everybody's supposed to choose.
Yeah.
You know, so he probably had like 2 or 3 other good ideas. So he had True Detectives, he has this, and he probably has one more. After that, then we see what he's really made of, because now he has to come up with something. And he didn't rush into this, so he obviously, you know, really thought it out. And
just from the way he shoots it, though, it doesn't look like your stereotypical Oscar bait.
well, it's on Netflix, so this is basically straight to video kind of thing.
Yeah, so it's Emmy bait, but by that I mean it's not award bait type stuff. Usually that stuff has sort of a polish to it. A good example is The King's Speech. There's very much like every little detail. They can hire somebody to do that, and they spend hours and hours doing their stab one day, and it comes out looking a certain way, and it comes out feeling a certain way. Whereas this, it looks just like True Detective. It looks like he picked up a camera
Yeah.
and went outside and followed real people.
Well, there is something to be said about that, and every once in a while, the Academy will award somebody kudos for that, like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction was pretty dirty movie, and it was done in a non-linear way, and I think that's what really caught the attention of the Academy. So every once in a while, they'll take a movie like this and they'll give it the accolades that it deserves. This particular one, since it's on Netflix, will be quite interesting to see what happens.
And this is Emmy bait. This is stuff that's going for a best motion picture or limited series, and Idris Elba is an early pick to win best actor in it.
Well, let's see how Netflix is treated at the Emmys.
Well, Netflix generally has been getting some love at the Emmys. House of Lies with Kevin Spacey is
House of Cards.
House of Cards.
House of Cards.
House of Cards is getting quite a bit of love, and
That is a great series.
and we live in a really weird age where Yahoo or Amazon is releasing stuff that's going straight to Emmy, like Transparent.
Yes.
That movie, I may disagree that it's not really a comedy, and I don't believe that it should be taking that award away from like the sitcoms who are actually there to be funny and have a joke every second.
Yeah.
Whereas Transparent is really more or less just kind of like.
It's a comedy drama. It's like Ally McBeal.
Yeah. Ally McBeal with even less humor. It seems like their humor comes in like very small doses in that show, in the way that it comes in real life.
Yeah.
But this, for Beast of No Nation, I cannot give it enough props or thumbs up for this. This is a really, really good looking movie, and we'll probably watch it right after.
Right after it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right or as soon as it comes out. I believe it's out actually. This is the final trailer. This was like
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, so I believe it is out.
All right.
So I'm going to watch it as soon as I can. So, thumbs up for me.
Thumbs up.
And now we come to the part where I'm not even going to dress it up. We're just going to ask you to please click the subscribe button, click the like button, and then leave a comment. And then go see Beasts of No Nation because it looks amazing.
It does.
Right? Thank you for watching another episode of Randomly Insightful. I am Random Jamal, and this is Insightful Alex. Have a great day.